problems with the solenoid for the saw, and we fiddled with it the other day, got it to work, and then today it's giving us fits. So this ain't working right. That blew the belt off it. That's why it was giving us electrical problems yesterday, because it wasn't charging. So that got ordered. We got that running. Just got it running. And I thought I'd help Gary real quick with this. So he's in the original 535. Original. So I figured I'd help Gary here real quick, get this fixed, or help him fiddle with it, and go from here. So he just shut her down, reset her, see if we can get this thing to work. Yesterday we had to get in here and play around, but another long day, that chipper. I'm going to chip this load, and then I'll get back to you and show you what we fixed. And yeah, it's been fun. It has been bad. Just bad, bad, bad. Nothing? No, we ain't got nothing. I'll get back here and fiddle with it. Well, we got the one load chipped, and we will go back and we'll look at that chipper here in a second. But right now, we're going to rip into this. Let's see what we got back here. Why this thing won't start. She's got some electrical problems. Everything's breaking down today. Everything's giving us fits. So we'll get into here. We're standing up here. This down here has been giving us fits right there. That gave us some fits. And then we got back in her, and she don't want to do nothing. Nothing.
Let me see if she moves.
Yeah, see if she'll start.
Put the head on the ground.
Okay. Saw won't work? Okay.
No, and for some reason it says engine oil pressure low.
Is there any more blue fuses in there blown?
So I'm going to open this up and check the oil. I just put oil in it.
Okay.
Is that side door still open or no?
It's shut.
Sorry. I was just making sure it was down.
You're good. I'm going to put them two preheater fuses in.
All right.
There's two fuses for the preheater that are out. So I'll put them back in there. Where she come from, maybe they didn't want them in there. But we're getting closer to where we need to be. Welcome back. Things are looking on the up. I mean, look at the sun actually poked out today. That's like the first time the sun's made an appearance, it seems like, in forever. But we got the chipper fixed finally, and I should have known. It's really my... I should have known. I should have knew exactly what it was, and I did. But I'll explain to you what we did today. So, it wouldn't start this morning. So, the first thing I noticed was that fitting was wet. So we changed that hose. Still wouldn't start. And then I went to this pump here, and the fuel comes up that line. That line goes all the way past, all the way around, and ends up on the back side of that pump. This right here comes back around, shoots into that, then it shoots from that up into that, and then that's your return. That's when the return runs down to here and shoots down back to the tank. So that's the fuel thing. So what we did, well, first off, I had these straps here. This is just a wonderful idea. The straps are right in the water jacket. So you loosen up the bolt to get that strap off, and there's antifreeze starts running out. So I said, forget that. Give me the grinder. So I ground that strap off, and that's the exact same way. So I cut that one too, because that hose would not pull through. There wasn't enough room. She was too snug. So we changed that, cut them open, and kind of put them back. We'll fix that later, but that's kind of that's a goofy design, but it is what it is. So we changed that, and it still wouldn't start. And we got to here, and I says, I wonder if this isn't keeping our fuel here, because we could pump this up, which goes to right here. You pump that baby up, and when you kick her over, she'll want to fire, and then it'll just rev right down. So, and then you'd start pumping again, and you'd be out of fuel. You pump it back up, get her pressured up, try to start it, and you lose fuel again. So I said, I bet you that pump's bad. So I called the shop, and the injector pump, there's one getting rebuilt, and then there was one at the shop. And the one getting rebuilt was for the chipper, for the engine of the shop. So Brian brought this out, and I thought that we were just golden. So we put it on there. The one we took off was wore right out. I mean, it's not pretty, that one. So I mean, we actually took it out and played with it, and it's not pumping a whole lot. So we thought, we got her here. Brian showed up, and we put that one on there, and then we worked the fuel, got the fuel all circulated through, got it to this, and it still wouldn't run. And by this time, I'm starting to get really irritated. So what I had said was, I said, I don't like that 3/4 line. That's original, and that comes right from the tank. This is your return here, and this is coming from the tank, coming up through here. I said, I don't like that. That's original line. I mean, they've been on here a long time. So I says, what about if we go back? I mean, we've pumped air to this, and we had fuel coming out up here, and it was just an absolute, and we could not get this thing. I mean, it was bad. So I said, I don't like that line. So me and Brian come over here and worked on her. And I'm sure some of you are guessing what it was. So we took the fitting off right here, and I said, I want to check that 3/4 inch line to see maybe if it's corroded on the inside or something. So when we took it off, it seemed like there wasn't a whole lot of fuel in that line. So our check valve is right here, and I says, Brian said, go get me a 90 pipe 3/4. So we put a little 90-degree pipe 3/4 right here, put air to the tank, and fuel come out the top of the fitting, and of course it's right flush with the top. and within 2 seconds you could see that fuel start going down. So the check valve is bad. Now, with these check valves, all these do is once fuel's pumped up into here, it doesn't allow the fuel to fall back into the tank. It holds the fuel there. So what was happening is we would pump that fuel up there and we'd get it ready to start and then try to start, and we'd have it pumped up enough for us, you'd just chooch a little bit, and then it would die again, because by the time we started to start this thing, our fuel was already draining back down through here. And I should have known exactly what was going on, and I didn't. And so Brian went back to the shop, and we had one of these in the old chipper, and we got that put on here, and away we went. But that I should have done the check valve thing before. Again, that just holds the fuel from coming back in the tank. It keeps the pressure all the way up into here. It holds all that fuel up in there. And what was happening was it was either bad, or there was, what can happen is, I mean, this, a little bit of speck of something can get in there, smaller than that, and it'll actually hold that open. In the check valve, it'll hold it open, a little speck of wood, just don't take much, just a little bit. And it'll actually allow your fuel to come back to your tank and mess you all up. So we changed that out, and I think we need to get a couple more for the shelves at the shop and go from there. So that's kind of, I mean, here's the little motor that's the check valve for that one, and it's been there for a long time. But yeah, these are the rags from giving it air to the tank to try to get everything fueled up multiple times. So needless to say, we're finally fixed. I mean, how exciting is that? The chipper's finally running, and everything else was broke down today. The 535s broke down. The belt blew off from that, so we need to get a new belt for that. And we just got the Tigercat going. That was broke down. Had a blown fuse in the cab for your pilot controls, which wouldn't let it start. So we fixed that, got the saw going, and then it had a preheater on it that didn't have the fuses in there because they might not need them. So we put them in there. So needless to say, that's heading out in the woods to go cut. He's right in here. And then we got the chipper fixed, which was, it's been a problem for over a month now. It has not been starting good. And we've been real worried. And we have a lot of comments, you guys coming through, trying to figure out exactly what it is. A lot of good comments, but the check valve should have been something I should have checked right away. And I would have figured out, I should have unhooked that 3/4 line right here, and if I unhooked that and watched the fuel go down, I would have knew right away that the check valve was bad. But I did. And it's my brain fart. So anyways, you guys want to see if she'll start up? Even last night after I shut it off, it still didn't want to start good. Just a couple minutes after shutting it off after we load the chip band. And here we are. I mean, oh man, you don't know how beautiful that looks. It looks just gorgeous. So I'll show you. It should have fired a little better than that, but no, it started a lot better than yesterday. So we're back up and running. Hopefully things will finish off Friday just beautifully, because it has been a long week. Everybody's kind of tired of working on stuff. I mean, even the salamander heater, the torpedo heater, whatever you want to call it, that even broke down, and that doesn't run. I mean, you name it, it is broke down. And I've even heard Indian burial ground stuff, and I've heard some crazy stories about stuff. You just get unlucky sometimes. I don't know if we're on some crazy ground or what, but it seems like everything that has a possibility to break down, that's got like 800 hours on it maybe, and that broke down. The dozer is still kicking, and of course the Barco is still kicking. That hasn't given us any problems out here yet. The machine you guys just said that we should scrap, still cutting logs, and yeah, fun. But the old chipper, back up and running. I mean, it don't get no better than this. Excited. So we'll just keep on plugging along, and hopefully tomorrow we can get here and have some nice weather to do some nice work. And it's supposed to be warm tomorrow, which I really not happy about that. It's about 20 degrees, maybe now 18, 20 degrees, which is about perfect. But this V12 should start fine tomorrow. I don't like that fuel pump. That's one thing I don't. Maybe I'll switch my hand pumps out tonight, because that hand pump actually leaks fuel out a little bit, and I don't like that. So I should probably change that back to the new one and go from there. But right now I think I'm going to go slash some logs and get ahead for morning. So the V12, you hear that? Like a tree fell over back in there somewhere. Back in there. He's cutting over there. There's some noises back in there. Anywho, no, just look. I mean, it's just gorgeous out. Gorgeous evening out, finally. But the old V12 coming to life. But them batteries, I mean, and the batteries and the starter on this thing are strong. They have been worked the last 2 days to, yeah, I mean, we worked them. It's no joke. We have been ragging on them. Today we didn't even hook up any. Yesterday we had the skidder hooked up to it for the whole time. Today we didn't have anything hooked up to it, and she still was cranking. So, yeah, that starter there is just on cue. But, yeah, we got to get some timber out of here, because with everything breaking down, we've been slowed right up, and we're gonna just keep rolling. That's all we're gonna do. And it's a beautiful sunset. My goodness. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you all had just a wonderful day. Hopefully it was way better than ours. Hopefully we just take right off and can get some work done at the end of the week. So just keep rolling. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you guys later.